Guys, what is going on? Mike Cesaroni here, back with another video. Let me turn off my notifications quick. Here we go. And welcome, guys. Welcome to the Crypto Morning Coffee Talk with Mike Cesaroni. And I know it's kind of a spin-off of what Crypto Coin News is doing with the Crypto and Coffee, so I didn't really realize that until the thumbnail was already made. So we probably will make some changes to that and make it kind of like a crypto morning breakfast talk or something like that. So let's just dive right into what we're seeing in the market. And first and foremost, I want to thank all my new subscribers. I've noticed that overnight and within the past 3 days, we've gained almost 10 subscribers. And to each and every one of you, thank you very much for the support. It truly means a lot. And, you know, that just gives me the motivation to keep making these videos. And I hope you guys really find value in them. Matej, what's going on, man? How you doing? I'm glad to have you, and thank you for coming in on this Memorial Day weekend. I know it's a Sunday. It's kind of crappy over here in the East Coast where I am, so everybody's kind of staying in and just waiting for the rain to pass. And hopefully tomorrow on Memorial Day we can hit some cookouts and it's a little bit nicer of a day. But let's take a look right into CoinMarketCap as we start off until we get into a news article that I want to go over. Bitcoin right now is down pretty much 3%, sitting at $7,322. Kind of still sitting within that consolidation zone that I had said. Ethereum sitting at $570. It's about down 5% right now. Ripple sitting at 60 cents, down 2.5%. We got Bitcoin Cash sitting at $9.97, down 3.39%. EOS sitting at $12.37 with a, you know, and they're down 1.5 as well. I mean, guys, everything's pretty much down right now because Bitcoin, you know, is seeing that consolidation phase, but not as much as a consolidation as we'd like to see as far as sideways movement. We're seeing a little bit more of a, you know, big drops and big gain rises. So that's kind of causing the market to act a little funny. We got Litecoin sitting at $117, down 2%, almost 3% right now. Stellar sitting at 27 cents, down 5%. Cardano sitting at 19 cents, guys. I mean, that is incredibly cheap for Cardano, and that is down 4% today as well. Tron down almost 1.5 today, sitting at 7 cents, and IOTA at $1.45, down 5%. Now, before we go into the and also, what do we got for the market cap? So we're sitting at about a $324 billion market cap. You know, I'd really like to see that get back up to the 400s, but I don't see that happening until we actually get that bounce from one of these supports that we will get into in a little bit. Thank you guys for viewing. I appreciate it. So let's get right into this article that I saw. Guys, I want to stress the importance of backing up and saving your keys, your private keys. A couple of weeks ago, when I got my portfolio up to a certain amount of money, I had made a post note of all my private keys, all my exchanges that I'm involved in, all my login credentials, all my 2FAs, everything, just in case something happens to me. I could wake up tomorrow and you know, or I could not wake up tomorrow. I could, you know, later on today get hit by a car and that's it. And whatever's in my portfolio, you know, nobody's going to be able to get access to unless they have that information. Now, this gentleman here, I just want to go over this really quick. Matthew Mellon, rest in peace, of Mellon Bank and Fortune. He died April 16th of a drug-related heart attack in Mexico. His family was unable to locate the passcode needed to retrieve his fortune, said to have been worth as much as $1 billion in XRP currency, according to the Daily Mail. Losing passwords is the kind of nightmare that haunts Bitcoin investors. In fact, there are an estimated 3 million Bitcoins totaling nearly $25 billion lost because retrieval codes have gone missing or the currency owners died without passing on their codes to the next person. You know, I mined more than 7,500 coins over 1 week's time in 2009. There was just 6 of us doing it at the time, and it was like the early days of the gold rush. 4 years later, I had 2 drives in a desk drawer. One was empty and the other contained my Bitcoin private keys. However, howls were called. I meant to throw away the empty drive, and I accidentally threw the one that had the Bitcoin information in it. So there's kind of two articles in one here, right? There's one article that's pretty much stating, you know, a gentleman died and the family was not able to obtain his private keys or his login information to get into his exchanges to move his crypto around or cash out or do whatever they wanted with it. So it's very important that you guys have, you know, on a little note, you know, I do it on those note cards, and give it to one of your closest family members. You know, mine is my mother. I can trust her with my life. So if anything ever did happen to me, she would have the access to be able to get into my accounts and either cash out or talk to another investor and figure out what to do with those funds. But you never want to get caught in a situation like that, guys. So it's very, very important to have that stuff backed up so you never run into a situation like this. As far as this gentleman that threw away a drive that he thought was empty, I mean, I don't know why he threw away drives, you know, any drives at all. If he knew that one of them had a lot of money on it and the other one didn't, I wouldn't have even taken that risk of throwing one of them away. I would have just kept one. You know, what's one more thumb drive in a draw, you know? In 2008, Bitcoin's alleged creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, published an open source code through which Bitcoins are mined, solving complex calculations embedded throughout the internet. Extremely powerful computers, there's blah, 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 part of crypto. So people put them on laptops, storage drives, USBs, and legal consultant in the crypto field lose one of them without having it backed up, and you are out of luck. So keep that in mind, guys. You lose these keys, you're out of luck. You're not going to be able to retrieve what you have worked so hard for. And that just, you know, for your family, for your children, you know, do yourself a favor and have it backed up somewhere where, you know, and leave it, you know, maybe leave it somewhere in your house and you know, work out something to the point where one of your family members or someone very close to you can easily have access to it. So that, you know, those funds do not go, you know, just in air, and you know, that's very unfortunate. I was very, very, you know, sad to see this, and it's really unfortunate. And yeah, this is funny here. This is that scene from Silicon Valley where this investor here was searching through a trash pile at the dump looking for a thumb drive, and somebody actually found a thumb, and it's really funny if you guys haven't seen it. So yeah, I mean, if you guys watch Silicon Valley, perfect example, someone throwing away something very important and them just trying to go to retrieve it. But that's what I wanted to go over today as far as news. Let's dive right into the charts and take a look at what BTC is doing. So about 5 days ago, I had drawn this red line here. Now let's make this a little thicker because I want to explain why I did it. So right when we had made this initial drop, I had thought that it was a strong possibility, since we had dropped and seen so much downtrend, that we probably weren't going to go down any further or any harder without a little bit of consolidation first. So I had drawn this little squiggly line saying that this is how far I think it could go and consolidate before another drop. Now we kind of got pretty close to that, you know, but we're starting to see that drop a little bit earlier than I thought. Now, Monday, tomorrow is Memorial Day. I'm hearing people take money out for Memorial Day, but I don't understand why they would take it out of their crypto account. I don't get that. So I think that's something that I'm just not really standing behind too much. But right now, guys, we are currently stuck in a channel, right? Old support turns into new resistance. So now we have a resistance at 73.70 that, you know, we really need to try to break in order to get out of this situation. Now, you guys know that my overall feeling right now on BTC is very bearish. I do think we're going to start testing the $6,200, $6,400 area. But, you know, we could easily get a bounce at that $7,000 area, because $7,000 is kind of a psychological number, and there probably is a lot of orders put in place down at that $7,000 area. Now, we do have a little bit of support at 71.69. I wouldn't call it strong support, but it is a little bit of support. So until I see, you know, I can start seeing a little bit more consolidation within the next couple days, but I think we are going to just spike right through the support and end up going down to our next support that is at $7,000. Now, guys, if we can get, and you hear me say it all the time, if we trades in and a little set and some setups put in place, because overall, you know, a good trader, we look for setups. You know, I never get into a trade because it's pumping. I never get into a trade because I think I know what it's going to do. I get into a trade because I look at the chart and I figure out what the pattern is telling me and what the chart is telling me. Now we're looking at the 6-hour time frame right now because I wanted just to zoom out a little bit and show you where the supports and resistances are. But usually, normally, I do trade off the 4-hour. Let's get rid of this here. I'm sorry about that. So let's take a look at the 4-hour and how we are looking with that. We have about 2 hours left to close in this candle, and right now it kind of looks like that we're going to be heading down to the $7,100, $7,150 area. Unfortunately, it is what it is. You know, this was an apparent bear flag, and, you know, we kind of got halted with some buy orders, and, you know, we're starting to consolidate, but I just don't think, again, the volume wasn't strong enough to see that reversal. We have now resistance at 73.70, which was holding as support. So even if this rally did try to get, you know, out of the woods per se, you know, we had this resistance that was stopping us. So that was a little issue that we were having. So this support here at that 71.69 area, you know, it's kind of weak. You know, it's kind of going off of just one little, you know, that's why I'm saying it's very little support. And guys, if you go follow my Instagram, I do have a new Instagram. It is Mike_Cesaroni. I do post call outs. I do post charts that I think have potential to break out. And I am starting to become very active on there. We have almost 200 followers in, I don't know, 5 or 6 days. So it's really, really building. And guys, I appreciate it so much. The support is just overwhelming, and it's unbelievable. And I just thank you guys. I wanted to take a look at my Steemit as well. If you guys aren't in Steem or in DTube and you're in cryptocurrency, what are you doing? You have to get over to Steemit. I mean, this community is amazing. You get paid based on your content, and the more consistent that you are with your content, the more you'll get paid. Just for an example, you know, someone I follow 39 minutes ago, he posted a blog, right? And let's just take a look at the blog. It's a summary of anybody who missed Bitcoin Live webinar, blah, blah, blah. And he kind of go over the fib levels and where we are sitting with BTC at the moment, right? He goes over the MACD. He has a lot of different indicators that he uses. He also gives you kind of a tutorial on how to use Elliott wave theories. So it's really, really great. It's a great tool. And as you can see, this gentleman here got paid, this gentleman got paid $186 in 40 minutes. Now, I'm going to give him an uptick here because I support the community just as much as I want the community to support me, and I just had given him another $1, right? And that's not coming out of my wallet. That's coming through the blockchain, okay? It's a peer-to-peer network, and it's peer-to-peer interaction, which is exactly what cryptocurrency is all about. We want to get this peer-to-peer interaction really, really locked down, and Steemit and DTube is a great step in that direction. Also, guys, go take a look at my Twitter. I am also noticing that our followers are going up each and every single day. It is at Cesaroni Michael. Guys, thank you again for the support. I also do, you know, I kind of mix it up with my Twitter a little bit. I am into sports, and I am into a lot of other hobbies as well. So I'm not only posting cryptocurrency stuff on there. You know, there is some times where I post a little bit of things off topic of crypto, but it is a fun feed, and I hope to see you guys over there. Also, I wanted to take a look at Vin Ferettis, Bit More Crypto, and this amazing interview he did with this company called DFS. It's Digital Fantasy Sports. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm going to post this link below, actually, in the description. And what Vin did is he had this gentleman on, and he did an interview with him, and the interview was amazing. And I'm just going to play a quick clip of it.
Maybe the adaptation's not going to be as wide down the line. Yeah, totally. Do you guys have anything that you kind of want to get off? We can wait. I just asked for a little bit, couple more questions. If anyone wants to add, do you guys have anything that you guys kind of want to inform us, or anything you want to add to?
Aspect of luck. For instance, our next game that we're rolling out with is DFSDraftDuel.com, and that's going to be, I want to say, a compressed version, and the fact where I'm going to give you an example of one of the things, because we're expecting to have it out for NBA Finals. I don't know if the Warriors are going to advance to the championship, but let's just say it is total three-pointers made. You have Steph Curry and Kevin Durant on one side. Then on the other side, you have, you know, Al Horford and...
That's right, baby.
I know that you're a Celtics fan.
That's right, baby. Yes, we are. Go Celts, man. Let's go. Let's go. So, guys, go check out this interview. It is an amazing interview. He did such a great job, and I'm actually going to post that right down in the down below. So, basically, what it is, Matej, it's a cryptocurrency fantasy app, right? And I hope I'm saying that right. Go watch the interview, and they will definitely break it down for you. But you're able to control what the players see. I don't know too much information. You got to go watch the video. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to link this interview with DFS. So I just linked that video down below. Go check it out if you want to learn a little bit more about it. But they are integrating fantasy sports within the blockchain, and it is very exciting, especially for me being a fantasy sport guru, I like to say. I'm kidding. I'm not a guru, but I like to say I'm pretty decent at fantasy. And what they're doing is amazing. I mean, they see opportunity and they're jumping on it. And that's what this is all about. And that's what business and entrepreneurship is all about. You see opportunity and you jump on it, right? So, yeah, guys, go check that out. Such a great interview. Vin, great job, buddy. Let's take a look at a couple more charts. We got EOS. We had some movement yesterday, I believe. Let's take a look at EOS. Now, I had posted this on my Instagram. Now, this is not a valid flag, so I kind of want to get rid of that. But I was seeing a little bit of a bullish signal here on the 4-hour chart that we could have maybe seen further highs, but BTC is really holding back a lot of these coins. A lot of these coins are really just being held back by the price of BTC dropping, and that's always going to happen. So, as we see, we're seeing a sea of red today once again, and, unfortunately, when BTC is uncertain on where the price is going, we're going to see that happen. And, again, you have to learn how to make money on both sides. So if you don't know how to short, please reach out to me, DM me on Twitter, and I will walk you right through the process on how to short. AMB seems to be green. Still another bear flag pattern forming. We got POE. Still, a lot of these coins, guys, are forming the same pattern. A lot of these Binance coins. I know ONT had a nice little run, and it was something that I was looking at yesterday as well. We had kind of this pennant slash, not really much. I mean, if you look at, yeah, that's junk. Take that down. But I mean, what I am seeing right now is something very interesting on the 2-hour. Now, this can easily be called a little pennant forming. We got 1, 2, 3 touches. Let's see here. So, we probably are going to continue trading within this channel. And, a break above this channel could see a little bit of bullish momentum from ONT. ONT is a great, great project overall. And speaking of projects, guys, I am very excited to announce that we are going to have a guest on either tonight or tomorrow. And we're going to go over some top 5 coins that have low market and that are very cheap and maybe a good time to get into to hold for the next year. Just to name one, I'll just name 2 of them. We're going to go over Origin Trail and Electrify Asia, right? There's 3 others that we're going to go over. but we're really going to do a deep dive into them and really do our due diligence and research to show you guys these low market cap coins that have huge potential for growth. And that's what we kind of, I don't know, example, XRP when it was 2 cents. I wish I would have got on, you know, Litecoin when it was at $20. You know, so 2018, I believe, is a time where we kind of need to find these low market cap coins that have not blown up yet. If you are looking, you know, to make some significant gains, that, you know, you can feel comfortable just throwing $100 to $200 in each project and kind of just checking in on it a year from now. Again, always invest what you're willing to lose, because anything is possible. That project could actually, you know, just turn to crap and you could lose all your money. But always do your due diligence, and that's why we are going to do a video and kind of go over what the projects have to offer. Matej, are you still there, and do you want me to take a look at any projects or coins? We got Eternity right now. Eternity looking pretty bullish, you know. But again, guys, with this movement of BTC, I'm just not feeling a lot of I'm not feeling a lot of coins right now, and trading is really not something that I'm doing. The only thing I'm really doing is shorting at the time, you know, and that's unfortunate. Cyber Miles, let's take a look at that. Had some strong consolidation after this huge run up. Right, and we pulled right back down to the 15 EMA. Now, you can look at this one or two ways, right? You can look at this as a way to ladder yourself into a position if you do want to, you know, start gathering some cyber miles, or you can look for a run down to the 55 EMA, because if BTC does take a quick, you know, $200 to $300 dip, this probably will see some further downtrend, and it could bounce and run off. Excuse me. It could run off of this 55 EMA. But overall, I mean, this project has been strong through and throughout, all through this Bitcoin dump, and it's been really, really looking good. So you can look at it one of two ways. You can look at this as a buying opportunity, because we did get a bouncing consolidation off the 15 EMA, or you can try to wait and ladder yourself in and wait for the 55 touch. Last but not least, guys, we'll make this short. I know it's Memorial Day weekend. Not many people are going to be jumping in. We got TRX, right? So TRX on the 4-hour chart. If you guys are looking to get into a position on TRX, now we have 4 more days till the mainnet launch, okay? I expect at least another 2 days of price action with TRX until we start seeing some downfall. Just keep in mind, guys, even 2 days before the mainnet launch, I would consider start laddering yourself out of a position, because I don't want to give a percentage, but in my case, in my opinion, 85 to 90% of the time, the day the mainnet launch happens, we see a price just dump. I mean, we're talking 25, 30%, you know, losses in price. So it is very possible that it will do that, and it's possible that it won't. But I'm going to play the safe bet, and I'm going to go with, you know, laddering myself out if that does happen. So TRX, I just wanted to take a look at TRX and the chart right now. In the 4-hour chart, we're getting a nice consolidation, right? We're getting a consolidation and a bounce right off the 15 EMA. Now, as you can see, we're wicking up. We're getting some rejection. So I did place another buy right here at the 967. If I'm not mistaken, let me just double check here. 968. So I ended up getting in at 968. I played this bounce off the 15 EMA, and if I start seeing it crawl back into this wedge, into this pennant, then it might be a sign for me to start laddering myself out. So yeah, guys, that's what I'm looking at for TRX. I still think it has a chance to get back up to the 1,000 Satoshi area, but be very cautious with that. Let's take a look at BTC real quick before we end this. It is starting to move a little bit. We are getting a rejection down here at these levels, 73.20. But again, guys, we do have some resistance at the 73.67 area. And there we go. And, you know, I continue to see a downtrend, guys. and it sucks to say that. There's a lot of guys out there, one of them being Tone Vase, right? Tone Vase is someone that I watch almost every day. I take his knowledge and I take his opinions pretty seriously because he's usually spot on. I hate to say this, but him and his team are highly expecting to see a $6,200 BTC and possibly even lower to the $4,200 area. Now, you always have to remember, guys, that is just not off the table. Anything is possible. I don't think it's going to go that low. I think we may try to test the $6,200 to $6,400 area first, and then get a little bounce from there. And depending on the volume that comes in, that'll kind of decide what happens. But hopefully we do get enough volume. And you never know, guys. When we do hit this $7,000 support, we could get that volume that does turn around the market. But this is kind of a waiting game right now. We do have to wait and find out what is going to happen. RSI is a little oversold. I mean, not too bad, but we're getting a curl down on the 4 hour. It's just everything's just really looking bullish, guys. All EMAs are pointing on the downward side. Just really unfortunate and really just a tough time for crypto right now. But stay strong, stay tethered. If you think that the price is going to be decreasing in your Binance, stay in USD and GDAX if you think that the price is going to be decreasing. And if you are a shorter, get into BitMEX, get your account signed up, get into JFX, and reach out to me if you are new to shorting, because I would really like to give you some advice before you start doing that. So guys, I hope you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend. I thank you all so much for coming in. I thank you guys for the new subscribers. And I just hope to put out content that you guys can actually find value in each and every day. So with that being said, have a great weekend and be safe out there.